Damian Priest has never won here at Survivor Series, but he has an opportunity tonight to win the World Heavyweight Championship. Priest won a fatal four-way to earn this opportunity tonight to get back what he believes he never should have lost. Corey, remember back at SummerSlam in Cleveland, Ohio, Priest defending the World Championship against Gunther, when his longtime Judgment Day teammate, a man he once thought of as a brother, Finn Balor, came down to the ring and screwed Priest out of his championship.
Understandably, that would split Damian Priest's focus. Priest has dealt with those issues to the best of his ability to this point and has now got his eyes back on the prize, the World Heavyweight Championship. We could be moments away from crowning El Campeón once again.
Corey, many will say that Damian Priest got better. He reached the level of superstardom, ironically, after losing the world title at SummerSlam.
Count me as one of the many, Michael Cole. I agree completely. We've seen a different side of Damian Priest, a more complete competitor in Damian Priest, a man who looks like he belongs with the World Heavyweight Championship in 2024.
A man who is in his prime, Damian Priest, has got to battle for the world title. $666 days as Intercontinental Champion, 870 days as NXT United Kingdom Champion, 119 days as World Champion. 78% of his time in WWE, Gunther has worn gold around his waist. But for the first time since arriving on the scene here, Corey, Gunther seems rattled. He seems like he's lost confidence ever since losing to Cody Rhodes in the Crown Jewel Championship match in Saudi Arabia.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Cole. And as big of a fan as I am of the Ring General, it's undeniable. Gunther does not look like the same competitor, and this could bode very, very well for his challenger, the smiling, confident Damian Priest.
Let's check in with our ring announcer, Alicia Taylor.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, is for the World Heavyweight Championship! Introducing first, the challenger from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest. And his opponent from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 250 pounds, he is the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther!
Damian Priest put Gunther through a table. He told the man that your insurmountable monster that you have been, who dominated WWE for so long, is no longer that. That you are a shell of yourself. And tonight is the night I take your title.
While that may be the case, it could just be that the perception of Gunther from the rest of the locker room has changed. Maybe Gunther has lost his aura of invincibility. Now he looks like a fallible champion.
Priest smiling, confidence on his face. Gunther looks a bit nervous.
I wouldn't go that far just yet. Maybe tentative. Gunther just taking his time, but this is what the ring general does. When Gunther is able to dictate the terms of the matchup, he is unstoppable. That's what Gunther's going to do. It may take a few minutes. He wants to get the pace that makes him comfortable and gets Priest out of his own comfort zone.
Yeah, but what if Priest dictates the pace throughout the match?
Well, that could spell disaster for the champion. And if you're Damian Priest, in my opinion, you want to make this a street fight. You know the techniques, sure, but you're not going to out-wrestle the ring general. You may get the upper hand from time to time, but there is no one better than Gunther. Priest is going to have to show Gunther something he's not prepared for. Make it dirty, make it ugly, like you did on the streets.
Nice arm drag into an arm bar by Damian Priest. Man's cashed in Money in the Bank in WrestleMania earlier this year. We mentioned Kaiser having a great 2024. The two men in the ring now,
look at this.
They could be competing for MVP of the WWE for this year.
No doubt about that. I'd certainly vote for both of them. Gunther able to make it back to a semi-vertical base.
Priest still in control, and he'll break. Gunther went for the wild right. Priest went for the kick, and Gunther got out of harm's way.
And then Gunther realized he dodged a bullet.
Kickboxing, martial arts background for Damian Priest. The large frame is not going to allow Gunther to push him around in the ring. Gunther taking his time, climbing back into this matchup. Only twice since arriving on the scene in WWE has this man been pinned. Gunther shocked by Sami Zayn back at WrestleMania. And of course, Cody Rhodes winning the first ever Crown Jewel Championship earlier this month in Riyadh.
And to that point, WrestleMania, I think Gunther viewed as a fluke, still does. Crown Jewel is a different circumstance because Gunther looked across the ring at a man he considered his equal in the undisputed WWE champion Cody Rhodes, and Gunther came up short that night.
And
that will eat at him.
It bothered him for a long time. Now a kick right to the midsection, and Gunther slamming away on the back of the neck of Damian Priest now. This will not be pretty, this match. It will be physical.
But I think Damian Priest understands what he is dealing with. Oh! Big shoulder tackle by the challenger. Priest may have tweaked it a little bit, but
yeah, he hit Gunther hard.
Gunther wisely rolling to the outside. Champion's advantage in effect.
A little grin on Gunther's face.
That's something that's so difficult to do that Gunther does masterfully, and that is continue mind games throughout the match. During the match, most guys will do their talking, play their mind games until the opening bell, and then you move on with your strategy. Gunther never stops. While he's punishing you physically, he's berating you emotionally and mentally.
Gunther, Priest been a feeling process so far. Priest with a couple of good kicks and another one.
Priest utilizing his long reach.
Went for the chop. Priest caught him, boxed his ears. And Gunther drops to a knee. Gunther's just been out of sorts a bit since this match started.
Certainly seems to be the case.
Here comes Priest now. Gunther gets a boot up and looks to shift the momentum here. Gunther off the ropes. Priest, face first goes Gunther. And Priest again, his shoulder gave out a bit there. We saw perhaps tweak it on the shoulder tackle earlier on in this match. And Corey, you of course being an athlete, being a former wrestler, sometimes when you tweak something early, it just gets worse as we go along.
For sure, and it's scary. And Damian Priest realizes it happens. You hear or you definitely feel your shoulder click a little bit. And away
it's Gunther smartly, wisely goes after the injured arm.
That's exactly right. It's wise. It may not be a popular decision, but it's a smart decision by the ring general.
The official Rod Zapata. Oh, was a chastising Gunther. But Gunther now attacking. Well, now is definitely an injured shoulder of Damian Priest, sending him into the barricade. Remember though, champ's advantage for Gunther. He can sit out here all night, don't matter, right? Priest has got to get Gunther in the ring to pin him or submit him.
What a masterful waiting game we just witnessed from Gunther. Waiting until the slightest opening showed itself. It revealed itself. Gunther didn't force anything. He saw Priest's shoulder was bothering him, and now he's capitalizing.
And let's go back to that little grin that we saw in Gunther after Priest initially tweaked the shoulder. Gunther knew exactly what he was going to do at that point.
I think you're right.
And now Gunther again working on the injured shoulder and arm of Priest. Direct shot right into the shoulder. And take out so much of Priest's power game.
Gunther just neutralizing Priest's ability to throw hands. And you can't stand and use both hands in a firefight with the World Heavyweight Champion. Your odds are not good.
The official checking with Priest, see if he'll give in. And again, this is Gunther. This is how the crowd reacts all over the world when Gunther takes control of a match, Corey.
And Gunther also does a great job of utilizing the disdain of the WWE Universe as fuel.
Yep.
Gunther doesn't take it personal. He knows how good he is. Gunther knows how talented he is, and it's a bonus for him that he gets to anger the fans.
Ooh, he loves to shut the crowd down, take them out of the game, not allow them to help rally a guy like Priest, big fan favorite. Gunther said on a number of occasions, even during that big rivalry with Cody Rhodes, that he doesn't give a damn about the fans. It's not about pleasing them, it's about personal success.
And I think at times you'll see a type of mind game from Gunther when he riles up the WWE Universe almost to give a false sense of hope to his opponent and the fans before shutting them down, because Gunther enjoys it. Look at this hammerlock, and now carefully.
Onto the bad shoulder, delivering the knee. Priest is writhing in pain. You can hear him agonizing here.
It's not hard to break an arm in that position, as Gunther appeared to be trying to do in that instance.
We've seen Priest take a hell of a lot of punishment in his career. Rarely do you see him in a state like this.
And again, the momentary hesitation that the initial shoulder tackle caused Damian Priest. Priest just didn't feel right, and Gunther sensed it. And zoomed in on it, and here we are.
Well, this could lead to a disastrous injury if Gunther continues this assault on the shoulder of Damian Priest. This has been a dissection. And now there's the chop. The first one of the match connects. And it drops Damian to his knee.
Those chops are absolutely wicked. They will drive all of the breath out of your lungs, sting like the day is long. And look at this.
You're watching a surgeon at work.
Knows exactly what he is doing. No wasted motion from the World Heavyweight Champion. Forcing Priest to exert himself just to get back to his feet.
Priest trying to create separation. A couple of well-placed right hands. Gunther still hanging on, and a chop again to Priest. How much does Priest have left? He's on, spaghetti legs already. Priest just almost like a boxer trying to grab on to hang on.
That's a great comparison, because there is no quit in Damian Priest. Priest has an iron will. You're not going to break it. But I think reality is Damian Priest is a human being, and Gunther knows how to hurt human beings. He's a master.
Priest trying to fight back, though. And Priest, knocked down! Wow! Both men down. Both men connecting there. Well, we talked about this on the Countdown show as we take another look at this. Bang, chop and kick. I talked to Big E and Wade, both former champions, Corey, about the situation Damian Priest is in. This is a desperate situation for him, because if he loses this match, he goes back into the middle of the pack. He's no longer the #1 contender. Who knows when he gets another championship opportunity. This is so important for Priest to stay in this match.
Well, you're absolutely right, and Priest has at least done a great job of keeping himself in the conversation since losing his championship. But you're not going to get more than one opportunity. At best, you get 2 or 3, and then, like you said, back in the line.
Again, bad left shoulder of Priest. Priest down with a couple of chops of his own, driving Gunther back. Priest down, Gunther down with the right hand, and Damian Priest looking to rally.
I don't know where Priest is getting it, but whatever he's tapped into looks good right now.
Priest into the corner, that jumping elbow. face versus Gunther, using his good arm that time, but still felt it on the left. Here's the cover. Gunther kicks.
You said good arm, but notice that's something a lot of people don't think about, is your ability to execute a cover. Take a look at this. Elevated flatliner,
but he
face
landed
first
on the shoulder.
Right, and then Priest hooks with his right arm, hooks the leg, but he can't pin Gunther's free shoulder down. That's something a lot of people may not really think about when you're attacking an arm or an upper body part, but that still can factor in.
Priest now went for a big clothesline. Gunther looking for a sleeper. Looking to choke out Priest here. Not quite able to get it on now, looking for his patented power bomb. That's taken out so many men. Priest lands on his feet. Kick to the midsection for Damian.
Priest wants to answer with one of his own, perhaps a
Yeah,
razor's
again,
edge.
he just can't get him up with that bad left arm.
And look at Gunther just leaning on the shoulder of Priest. Wow, wow, wow!
Priest looking for a submission. Triangle choke. Priest with a triangle. Trying to get Gunther to tap here. Great strategy. Use the good legs of Priest to try to put Gunther out. Priest's shoulders are down.
Stack the shoulders.
That was a great counter by Gunther there. Priest with a kick. And now Priest hooking Gunther once again. Can he get anything out of the left shoulder? Does he have anything left? Priest has got Gunther up top. Priest looking to pay homage to his hero, Razor Ramon. Again, the left shoulder gave out, and again into the choke, into the sleeper for Gunther. The arm hasn't quite slipped under the chin, though.
Gunther realized that and just called an audible. Now looking for a power bomb.
And a power bomb to Priest. Stacks him up. Cover to retain. Priest able to kick out at 2. Great heart and fight being shown by Damian Priest tonight.
Take another look at this. Damian Priest, while trying to avoid the sleeper, actually turned himself almost into perfect position for Gunther's powerbomb. Fortunately for the challenger, it wasn't enough to put him away.
And again, 17,000 plus here tonight, World Heavyweight Championship at Survivor Series in Vancouver. Corey, so much for all the talk about the lost confidence by Gunther. Seems to have put that behind him.
And I think as this match progresses, the more and more confident the champion becomes.
Oh, and Priest met him there with the right hand. Gunther took a little bit too much time. And now Priest looking for a home run, looking for a Hail Mary pass here in this match. Somehow do something to keep Gunther down for 3 and get out of here with the championship. And your arm still intact.
Priest now taking a big-time risk.
Top rope, Hurricanrana by Priest from the top. And now Damian Priest with Gunther up. This time, Razor's Edge. Priest trying to crawl to the cover. He does, but again, he really can't hook leg. And Gunther kicked.
Let's take another look at this, the Razor's Edge. The homage to his hero into the cover, but once again, Damian Priest, the challenger, unable to effectively hook the leg to finish the cover, and this one rolls on.
And Priest showing a tremendous amount of guts here tonight against the World Heavyweight Champion Gunther, who was all out of sorts in the beginning of this match, but really turned things around when Priest injured his shoulder. Damian Priest trying to fight through the pain. And now, perhaps looking for south of heaven to put the world champ away. Hooks him, and again, the bad arm gave out. Gunther with a counter, and then a big chop. Again, just couldn't pull off the south of heaven. And Gunther now.
Gunther with that Kimura.
A Kimura locked in on the bad shoulder of Priest. Priest may have no choice here but to tap out to the Kimura.
And Gunther's got the challenger's head scissored now, just raining down blows. This looks bad for Priest.
Priest has got a tap, I believe. Gunther's got it locked in. Priest could be fading. Priest could be passed out here. Rob Zapata in his face saying tap, tap. No, he won't. Priest fighting back. His only hope is to make it to the bottom rope. Use those long arms to force a break, and he does, and Priest survives.
Yeah, but the damage was done, Cole. You don't spend that much time in a Kimura without having some serious damage. Not with someone as powerful as the 250-pound World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah, but look at the look on Gunther's face. Almost like, what do I need to do? Frustration setting in. Maybe I don't have what it takes to put him away. Maybe I've lost that edge. Maybe I can't take out Priest here tonight. Maybe those are the thoughts creeping into the mind of the World Heavyweight Champion. Gunther again. Oh, and a clothesline. And I don't know how much Priest actually has left. And again, Gunther should be... I mean, listen, I've never been champion, but I don't think you should be playing with a crowd like this. Put Priest away and get out of here with your title. And another clothesline.
I think the ring general may realize something we don't. Gunther can look into Priest's eyes and know if there's more fight left to come, or if this is the beginning of the end.
The ring general went for another clothesline. Priest able to counter with one of his own.
Gunther got a little overconfident. Maybe not respecting how much Priest has left in the tank.
Both of these men exhausted. They've given everything they have for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Priest may be running on fumes, but he's close enough to see the finish line.
Big clothesline. That sit-out clothesline by Priest. Cover now on Gunther to win the title. Gunther kicks out at 2. Was that Priest's last gasp?
And that's what I'm beginning to wonder. I mean, obviously only Damian Priest can tell you for sure, but there comes a point in the matchup where you just know you're outgunned or you're outmatched. You don't have anything left in the tank. Maybe your arm is, hanging on by a thread. But that's what separates good superstars from great.
Priest going up to the top rope, and Gunther wisely forces him to lose his balance. The marks of a great champion.
Gunther is resourceful, if nothing else. And now the champion joining the challenger. Uh-oh.
Priest! Gunther able to counter. Gunther going up to the top rope. Look like he's going to hook him for a superplex here.
Gunther trying, but Priest has a grasp on the top rope.
Priest able to... Oh, my goodness! Priest land hard and on the top rope. Was it... I think he might have hurt the other arm.
Damian Priest said, give me a second, give me a second. And I'm pretty sure at one point Damian Priest told the official it's out. I think he's referring to his left shoulder.
Is it the left or was it the right? Oh my God! Finn Balor! Balor with a stop! Holy hell! Balor again! Get him the hell out of here!
But Gunther just booted the features off of Finn's face.
Well, he doesn't want Finn's help. Gunther wants to put Priest away himself. Gunther back into the ring. Powerbomb to Priest. And now back to work on the injured arm.
12-6 elbows from Gunther, and this is it. This has got to be it.
Priest fading. Submission move, center of the ring. Priest is out. Damian Priest is out, I believe. It's over. Gunther retains.
Here is your winner, and still the World Heavyweight Champion, the Ring General, Gunther.
But once Once again, that jealous, bitter, no good Finn Balor came out here tonight to screw Damian Priest out of a world championship opportunity. And Balor did it alone. No Judgment Day buddies. Balor by himself. The man cannot stand Damian Priest.